Hey guys, Blessing here. Good evening to you all. I want to thank those of you who were already waiting for us to start. I had to postpone the time like twice, well, for obvious reasons. Thank you all for being patient, for having been patient all this while. We are going to start in a jiffy. So, before we go to the intro, please go ahead and already give this video a thumbs up if you're here. Because I see quite a number of people and I don't see all those thumbs up. So please do so, and also share the video within your community. Share it on Facebook, share it on WhatsApp, invite your friends, let them come, relax, enjoy. All right, you guys, so welcome again. Today we're going to be talking about this thing that just happened, yesterday? About Lolo losing her endorsement deal with First Class Skincare. And that also happens to be the only deal, the only brand deal that she has. And that one is now Footsie, it's gone. So we're going to be talking about all of that and much more. So just anticipate. Go ahead, drop your comments. I'm going to be taking comments very soon. So quickly drop me what you think, or just let me have an idea of where you think this video is going to head. Like, in which direction do you think the video is going to go? Most of my videos are quite unpredictable, but this one might be a bit easy, judging from maybe the title of the thumbnail. So just drop your comments. Let me know what you think already. Let me know where you stand with all that has been happening in the last 24 to 48 hours. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly summarize the story. Let me see if I have everything. So basically, to keep the long story short, because it's quite a long story, Lolo used to be a brand ambassador for a cosmetics brand called First Class Skincare. This one right here. And well, she's not the only social media presenter who is a brand ambassador. We also used to have Monica on board, although Monica recently explained that she wasn't really fully a brand ambassador. She was only a marketer, helping them to do the promotion and market or sell the product. So she didn't have the same construction as Lolo did. Yeah. And I believe Rita Ayemiamo is also a brand ambassador. And I also saw a picture of Easy Ogbeide advertising for them. So that might have been a one-off thing, or maybe she's really an in-house brand ambassador for skincare. So this skincare line is based in Canada, just in case you guys are wondering. So let's just do a little flashback of how things used to be before everything kind of like scattered. So here we have Monica. You can see Monica here in the corner, top right, middle right. This was in June when First Class Skincare posted her. So she was still with them as of June this year, just a few months back. Okay, I'm going to read that in a little bit. So this is Monica still, April, and this is Lolo. So all of these were posted by First Class Skincare when the going was still good. Yeah. This is still Monica. This is Lolo. January, this is January. Monica. So you can see they really had a long-term relationship, all three of them. And this was last year, 2020, October. You can see how far back these people have been working together. November 2020, Big Man Wife. And then what happened on the 9th of September? The whole story changed. And this is the video that changed the story. And this is the video that brought us to where we are today. So on the 9th of September, just about 2 weeks ago. Lolo did this video addressing what happened after Monica pulled down. No, she didn't pull down Aproko Godfather's video. She claimed the video. We all know that story. I'm not going to go too deep into it. I also did a video about it, I believe. Yes, I did a video about it. And of course, a lot of people condemned it. Like, why would you do that? Yeah. So Lolo is also one of the people who did a video like, come on, you know. So the title of the video, as you can see, is leave Aproko the Godfather alone, no being make your husband jobless. I think that was before the job or no, I don't know. I think it was before the job or no job video that I did, or after, I'm not sure. So she did this video, and in that video she was talking about, she was just like talking to Monica, and then somehow along the line she kind of like went into talking about organic first class skincare and also pleasant glow. So it was a bit like, okay, we are talking about Aproko the Godfather's video being claimed, and now we are entering brand deals. So let us just quickly see a clip of that video if I have it. Yes, of course I have it.
When she was, everybody end up lose. Nobody they win for that kind of situation. When she was doing pleasant glow, do you know how many persons approached me for cream adverts? Knowing fully my account is bigger than her own. It might look like I was rushing, but mine was still bigger than hers. When she was selling cream, people were coming to me, affiliated companies, come and sell cream. You know what I said to them? I said, no, my friend is selling cream. It won't look good. Now what my friend is doing, I'll be doing it.
Okay, so today I'm going to be analyzing this video, but I'm also going to be teaching, for those that might be interested, I'm also going to be teaching a bit about influencer marketing, and that really just entails selling online, like being an influencer and helping brands to sell or market their products. Yeah. So I'm just quickly going to respond to these statements that Lolo made in this video. She said, do you know how many people approached me? Yeah. So she's talking about the fact that people were approaching her to promote for her, but she was like, no, I can't do that because my friend is also doing the same thing. And I just want to tell you guys out there, you're a social media person and you're interested in things like this, you want to be an influencer, please keep it at the back of your mind that this principle doesn't work when it comes to influencer marketing, when it comes to influencing, when it comes to representing a brand. It doesn't work that way. If you have a friend, if you have a mom, a sister, whatsoever, and they are advertising for a company, you also can advertise for the same company. This is really one archaic mentality to think that, oh, because someone close to me is doing it, I can't do it. Don't do it to yourself. If you really want to be an influencer, it doesn't help anything. It doesn't help the brands because the brands want to have as many influencers as possible. You as an influencer online, you also want to have a lot of brands that you're working for. So don't limit yourself just because someone else is doing it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't even prove loyalty, because you also want to help that brand to sell their product. So you turning them down just because your friend or your sister or your neighbor is doing it means you're also not really helping that brand. So please, you guys should not follow that path. Just follow the path that, okay, this is business. I'm an influencer. I'm here on social media, not because of a friend. I'm here for myself. If someone approaches me, even if 20 other people are doing it that are close to me, I can still do it and it's okay. It's business. And another thing she said was, my account is bigger than hers. I also want to quickly teach, because I wrote a book. Let me quickly see if I have that picture here. I wrote a book about influencer marketing, how you can be an influencer. And I remember really saying this in this book, that look, brands don't look at the size of your account. That is where you fail it as an influencer. If you think the reason brands are going to rush me is because I have 1 million followers, then you're really sitting on a dead bicycle without tires. Brands look at engagement. They look at the amount of influence you have on the people that are following you. There are people who also have very, very big accounts. They bought their followers. So brands cannot really capitalize their trust and their how do you say that, their marketing power on just the numbers that they see. You can have 1 million, but nothing is happening on that page. Brands don't look at numbers. I have seen Instagram accounts with just 3,000 followers. They do better than Instagram accounts with 30,000 followers. Why? Because that small Instagram account has a higher degree of engagement. People are coming to that account. The rush that she talked about is what brands and companies need. They want to see that people are interested in that account. Okay, she said it might look like Monica's account, it was rushing, or I don't know how she put it. It was like it was rushing there, or it was happening there, but hers was bigger, and that was why people were coming to her. Brands don't think that way. Companies don't think that way. And I'm also saying this from a company perspective. You guys know I also run my own company, and I've also worked with influencer, and I also personally influenced before for companies. They don't care about your numbers. Of course, they're not going to just book you if you just have maybe 100 Instagram followers. But if you have anything from, let's say, 1,000 followers, even on YouTube, Facebook, and you have good engagement, people are really interacting with you a lot, then they know, okay, you can really talk to your people. Then you have a community, you have dedicated followers, then they're going to come for you, not because your account is big. So, well, she said my account is bigger than hers, but that's not really what people look at. And she also said companies were coming to me. So I'm wondering, it's been almost 2 years since she fell out with Monica, and her account is still big. Why are the companies no longer coming to her? Or have they been coming, and has she still been turning them down? Okay, that's just one thing we should start pondering about. So I have a link to this book anyways. If you're interested, it's in the description box down below. Let us go to the next clip.
Everybody end up lose. Nobody they win for that kind of situation. Nobody they gain for that kind of situation. Now lose. Now everybody they lose. They say what they say, they do what they do. Now lose they lose. Nobody they win. Even first class skincare. When she approached me, I told her no, my friend sells cream. First class went and asked her before I accepted it. I didn't just do it.
Okay. This kind of like goes back to what we said initially, that everybody ends up lose if we are all doing the same thing. And I think this just kind of like pushed, when I listened to this, it pushed my mind back to the fact that this might actually be one of the reasons this woman didn't really like Naomi at a point in time anymore, because Naomi does makeup and she also does makeup. Look, the stage, the social space is actually big enough for everyone. If 1 million people want to do makeup, they can. Everyone is going to build their own organic community. Your fans don't affect other people's fans. So she also said with her mouth that she believed Naomi at that time wanted to steal her followers. But now Naomi is building her own community even without her. So if you always have that impediment in your head, that thing that is holding you back and saying, oh, everybody is doing it, or I shouldn't do it because someone else is doing it, the social media space is a competitive ground, is a marketplace. Do you know how many brands, how many people have created a skincare line or hair line? Even Two Face's wife also created her own hair line. So many people do the same thing. So I don't get this ideology that, oh, everyone is going to lose. Everyone ends up lose. If I'm doing it and you're doing it, where it doesn't even make sense. It's just like people selling bread. You're going to say, okay, because two people on my street are already selling bread, I'm not going to sell it. When you know that the demand is high, this is where economics come in, you people. So I just want, like, when you watch my videos, I want you to take something out of it, that when you listen to certain things, also try to do that reality check, like, okay, is this really how it's supposed to be? Is this really how it works, like in real life? This is not how it works. You go into a business, if you see that the demand is high for it, you gain knowledge about that business, or you have knowledge about the business, you can do it well, you go for it. As long as you're not just doing it because everyone else is doing it or everyone else is making money, you might fail, especially when you don't have knowledge about the business. So don't also let that discourage you that someone else is doing it. Do it. Do it. Bob Risky and Tonto DK were best friends for 4 years, and they were both promoting similar brands. They constantly remained best friends. They knew that, look, this is business. So it's just kind of like, I don't know, maybe you lack exposure when you just see them and say, oh, I'm not going to take it. Even she said, when First Class Skincare approached her, she told her, no, my friend is doing it. So why are you on social media if you're doing that kind of game of, oh, my friend, they do am, so I no go do am, like, don't be like that. Everyone on social media, if you're creating a page, you want to be a brand, also try to, how do you say that? Be professional about what you're doing. Be professional. Know that, okay, I'm doing a business here. You're not just on social media for the sake of being on social media. I said it last time. You don't create an account just to be another number, just to be another account. Make an impact also on the people that watch you, that listen to you. You know, give them something back at the end of the day. Like, add value to their lives, teach them something valuable. So please, if you are also a social media content creator whatsoever, you want to work with brands, please don't let it hold you back. Don't turn brands down. You can turn brands down if you feel like, okay, they are not offering you money, good money, or the products they're offering you are not good enough, or for whatever reason. But that reason of, my sister they do and so I no go do, and no, both of you will force you form a strong team and promote that brand together. That is how it works. This is not a jealousy thing. This is not a competitive thing. This is about promoting a brand together. Okay, so let's listen to another one.
But guess what? The so-called friend of mine did. When Pleasant Glow, if you not Pleasant Glow, I go ask her what I want to talk so. Pleasant Glow told her, I would like to give your friend this advert to do as well. Guess what the so-called friend said to Pleasant Glow? Una fit go ask Pleasant Glow, na me talk am. She told Pleasant Glow that no, I'm not good for nothing. That Pleasant Glow should not give it to me. That I don't know how to do business. My so-called best friend. Mona go ask Pleasant Glow. She stand on the way that they shouldn't give it to me. Meanwhile, me, I will always tell people, I don't want to do it because my friend is doing it.
Okay, that means you're a learner. If you've been turning down opportunities just because your friend is doing it. So like I said before, what are you doing on social media then, if it's just paddy game you're playing? That means you're a learner. That is number one. Number two, she said Pleasant Glow. So from this story she told, Pleasant Glow is the one causing commotion, if it is true. And if you watch this complete video of Lolo's, she said almost 10 times, ask Pleasant Glow. If I dey lie, make una go ask Pleasant Glow. She said it repeatedly, meaning Pleasant Glow allegedly told her that Monica told Pleasant Glow that Lolo is good for nothing and that Pleasant Glow should not give Lolo the brand deal. Meanwhile, she was always rejecting. She was always rejecting offers from companies just because of her friend, but her friend or ex-friend then was rather blocking her way. That's the accusation she leveled against Monica. So basically, she's telling us this is what Pleasant Glow told her. So apparently from this story now, Pleasant Glow did not give her that brand due. And I'm like, so you even believe it? Let's assume that Pleasant Glow really told Lolo, now Monica say make I no give you. He say you are good for nothing. And then that same person who told you that also didn't give you. Can you just, you guys that are watching, just write something about that? Because I feel like maybe sometimes I've gotten some feedback when I say something on something. I get the feedback that, Blessing, you're too tough when you say it. And sometimes I find it difficult to find a nicer way to put it. So let me just, you guys should help me put it in a nicer way. When the same person who is telling you, your friend tell me, say you are good for nothing, say make I no give you brand deal. And that same person no constantly give you that brand deal. That means say the person really believe her, or that means that person just didn't want to give you, but she used your friend as an excuse. She used your friend as an excuse not to give you. She chose not to give you. So how would a company, I believe the Pleasant Glow, let me see if I have a picture. I believe it's a company, a whole company. You're letting yourself be to be led by another person to help you or to tell you who to give a brand deal and who not to give. So anyway, if anyone knows Pleasant Glow, maybe someone can ask her if truly she told Lolo that Monica told her not to work with Lolo. And if truly she did tell Lolo, that means Pleasant Glow is the one that caused a lot of this commotion happening here. Okay, so let's see, where did we stop?
But guess what? The so-called friend of mine did. When Pleasant Glow, if not when organic first class skincare now came to me, I said no, I will not do. She went to my so-called friend that they kind of know each other. She now went and begged her, please now, let your friend do for me. I contacted her. Your friend said no, she will not do that you are doing. Everybody have their platform now. Let me talk to her. Can you imagine? She now called me. Your mommy now, oh mommy. My people, lo and behold, guess what happened? When I accepted the job, this so-called friend now went to Pleasant Glow and tell Pleasant Glow, come and see my bad friend. The day I heard that thing, I was weak. I said, you don't say. I said, I'm telling
you. Okay, so this is quite serious. It's still the same Pleasant Glow saying things. So basically, Lolo explained here that when First Class Skincare approached her to do that job, she refused, and Monica actually encouraged her to take the job offer. Yeah, so she got the job offer because of Monica. The contact is from Monica. Monica knows that woman personally. Monica calls her blood. I don't know what kind of relationship they have together, but the reason Lolo even got the job in the first place was because of Monica. And it was even Monica that encouraged Lolo to say yes to that job offer. Yeah. And before we even go further, I just want to say that, look, I didn't know these facts before. In fact, I didn't even know that they both were working for First Class Skincare. All the time Melissa was in the picture, I didn't know. Although I knew then that Melissa was always bullying Lolo, posting pictures, rather bullying Monica, posting pictures of maybe her knuckles and all of her imperfections, blemishes, and all of that. But I didn't know then that they were both promoting the same product. So it was later, as time went on, like earlier this year, that I knew that, okay, Monica would mention First Class Skincare. Lola would also mention First Class Skincare. And my mind would go back like, but this person used to bully this other person. So when you're bullying them based on how they look and you know the product that they use, that means you're calling the public's attention to their imperfections. What people are going to think of or ask themselves is, so what is she using that is making her knuckles this dark? People are going to answer, she's using First Class Skincare. That one is already bad market for First Class Skincare. But I pondered about it and I was in shock. I was in disbelief to find out then, like months ago, that they were both promoting First Class Skincare. And then I also noticed that Rita was also promoting first class skincare, and Rita and Monica are not in good terms. So I started to wonder, like, okay, the person who owns this brand, doesn't she know what's going on? Then I just told myself, well, maybe she knows what is going on, and maybe it's good for publicity for her. Like for brands and companies, even bad publicity is still publicity for them, you know. Where it bleeds, it sells, if that makes sense. So I just concluded that, okay, maybe she actually likes that. Okay, they are doing this, they are famous, and they are selling her market. But I just find it actually a bit foolish. Like, again, I still don't have a better word. So you guys should pardon me if I go hard sometimes and use those words. It's not to insult, it's just to describe how I see things. So I find it a bit foolish that I would be promoting a particular brand and someone else is promoting the same brand, but just because I don't like that person, I would want to be propagating the negative side of that person, which um how do you say that? Which kind of like diminishes the goodness of the brand that we are both promoting. So I am doing it to hurt that person. I am doing it to make people laugh at that person. But at the end of the day, I am hurting the brand that I claim that I am promoting. And that is also the same logic I applied when Monica claimed apropos the Godfather's video. I'm like, Monica is promoting 24 bits. Aproko is promoting 24 bits. You bringing down or you claiming that video and creating this negative vibe around everything is not good for 24 bits. So you're actually pouring water in a basket because you should be happy that so many people are promoting that thing that you are promoting. The more, the better. So if you have the interest of that company or that person in heart, in mind, you would not do anything to jeopardize the trust they have for you. So I'm like, why would Lolo even? It's just like we are both selling, you know, this bleach we used to use in Africa to wash white clothes. Me and my enemy, we are brand ambassadors. We are selling those bleach products to wash clothes. And then my enemy would wear something white, but the white would look dull and faded and dirty. I would be really foolish to now be taking screenshots of my enemy just to pepper my enemy and saying, oh, see, your mates, they wear better white clothes. See the kind of white, faded, dull clothes where you they wear. When I know that my enemy is promoting a bleaching product to bleach white clothes. So that is already bad market for that brand that I am promoting. Does that make sense to you guys? So that would only be foolish of me to do. Another reason it's foolish, it would be foolish of me to do a thing like that is for me to know that it's that enemy that gave me that brand deal. I am a brand ambassador to that company because of that person I am always bullying. Do people think sometimes, do people reason, knowing fully well that my enemy has a very good relationship, a strong relationship with the owner of that company, that my enemy might actually influence the owner of that company to drop me as a brand ambassador? People don't think deep, do they? So what I see happening here is Monica has just been doing her thing as marketer for first class skincare. Lolo has been doing her things, but Lolo has not been applying wisdom with the way she was going about. Maybe she just felt like, look, as long as I'm promoting the product, the brand, as long as I'm not telling anybody the brand is not good, I can do whatever I like with Monica. It's her business. I can abuse her knuckles. I can post her pimples as long as I'm not coming out to say, but it doesn't work that way. When you sign contracts or agreements with brands, they tell you you don't do or say anything that is directly or indirectly going to affect them as a brand. So what Lolo did by bullying Monica is indirectly, it wasn't directly destroying the brand, but she was indirectly destroying the brand because when people watch what she was doing, people are going to reason that, okay, it's because of the cream Monica is using that is causing it, which is first class skincare. So like I said, it's already bad market for LOL or for the brand already. And like I said, she didn't also think, and you know, when all of this was happening, Monica could have also maybe just gone behind everyone's back and just told first class that, look, this thing, this woman, you have to dump her, you have to drop her, whatsoever. She didn't do that. She just continued until Lolo started to do these videos from the 9th of September. So that is actually the problem. So, well, let's just listen. Let's listen.
When organic first class skincare now came to me, I said, no, I will not do. She went to my so-called friend that they kind of know each other. She now went and begged her, please now, let your friend do for me. I contacted her. Your friend said, no, she will not do that you are doing. Everybody have their platform now. Let me talk to her. Can you imagine? She now called me. Your mommy now. Oh, mommy. My people, lo and behold, guess what happened? When I accepted the job, this so-called friend now went to Pleasant Glow and tell Pleasant Glow, come and see my bad friend. Did I?
Okay, so Pleasant Glow really has so many questions to answer, and this is also bad market for Pleasant Glow, because that means that Pleasant Glow abandoned the business that she should be doing. She's rather gossiping, allegedly. Like I said, if it is true, these are Lolo's words. I cannot confirm if truly Pleasant Glow told her these things, but if it is true, that means that Pleasant Glow was just busy gossiping Monica to Lolo. So Pleasant Glow told, this is really bad market for these brands that Lolo was just mentioning easily like that, in a negative thing, in a negative event, in a negative saga. You're not a good brand ambassador when you're talking about a brand that you are still representing during saga. When you even mention the name of the brand that is paying you, you're only mentioning it when you're in a good mood, when you're smiling, when you're saying good things, not when you're angry. When you're saying something negative, that is already indirectly tarnishing the image of that brand. In case there are people here who are aspiring to become influencers.
After I accept that contract, she carried phone and go and call Pleasant Glow. That Pleasant Glow should come and see her bad friend. What a friend did to her. Now, wow. But Pleasant Glow should not worry that my enemy don't know how to do anything. Very soon I go expire. Pleasant Glow is there. Never die. I was able to make it on everything she do. I did not distract her for 1 minute. I didn't. As a matter of fact, I gave her my own business to add to it because she has always been hungry. She has always been an hungry soul.
Okay, there we go. Well, like I said, Pleasant Glow has a lot of things to answer. So she also said, well, Lolo said, if you know Pleasant Glow, go and ask her. She said it so many times in that video. She's still alive. Go and ask her. Go and ask her. So Madam Pleasant Glow, if anyone knows her, really go ask her if she told Lolo all these things about Monica. Lastly, Lolo said Monica has been doing her own things. She never disturbed Monica. She was even giving Monica her own business to do because she knew that Monica is hungry. And that's one thing I quickly want to address. Well, we know, I'm sure you guys know that for Lolo, everyone is hungry. Everyone is hungry. And when it comes to like being a brand ambassador, an influencer, this attitude, like everyone, we all have our own thingy. Nobody's perfect, but I've seen it so often. And this attitude can actually be holding her back. It could actually be an impediment to even new brands approaching her. We know now that Monica is now a brand ambassador to a new brand. But when Lolo stands there and says that this one is hungry, that one is hungry, small businesses that could actually approach her for promotion, they might actually be scared or pushed away and think, oh my God, if I approach this woman, she might just turn me down. She might just rubbish me. She might look down on my brand and say, I'm not good enough. I'm not big enough because of the way she looks down on people. Because when you're always saying this one is hungry and hungry, they catch them whatsoever. People really, you kind of like put yourself in that high place, like you just place yourself there, like you are not hungry, every other person is hungry, you are not hungry, you are good enough, you don't need people, you don't need things. So brands, that could also chase brands away. So how you behave on social media how you present yourself, the things that you say as an influencer, they also affect the amount of companies that approach you or the amount of opportunities that you receive on a daily basis. I have all of these in that book that I talked about. I wrote that book last year. It was actually my first published book. I gave lots of tips and tricks because you really have to position yourself as an influencer even before brands start to approach you. You already have to just have it in your mind that I'm an influencer. I'm careful about everything that comes out of my mouth because people are really, really watching. People are watching. Okay. So anyway, after Lolo did this video, Monica responded. And that is the video. This is the video that actually angered Monica. Let's watch.
First class skincare, you dey alive. Who tell you say go give to my friend? Do onu tell matter. If not be say first class skincare, me I for don't leave her for you. Now me and you the guy that do the same cream. No, it's not possible. I am Monica worldwide. Me I hear cream. I don't know what do you know that?
Okay, so well, we know now that a letter was sent by First Class Skincare to Lolo and Monica terminating their contract. Yeah, after that video was done. After both videos were done, both Lolo's video and Monica's video. Yeah. So when Monica responded on the same day as Lolo. Lolo did that video on the 9th, that apropos video on the 9th, and Monica did her own video in response on the same day, also on the 9th. And that was the day she denounced her partnership with First Class Skincare. This is actually an easy video for me to analyze because just like it's so simple, to be honest. The proof is there, the dates are there, because now the bottleneck in this issue is that Lolo is saying that Monica lied about being dumped. So did Monica lie about First Class Skincare dumping her or not? So that is going to be the conclusion of this video. So anyways, let's just I wanted to show you guys something else. I hope I have it here. Okay, so this is actually the response of First Class Skincare after Monica and Lolo did their videos. Hello, everyone. To our concerned customers, we are not in conjunction with what is going on or ever been on social media. We deem it fit to remain neutral because love for all, hate for none. Yeah, so here, First Class Skincare was already distancing themselves from the saga. This was the next day after Lolo and Monica's video. But before we just continue to watch these pictures, let us listen to what Monica said.
First Class Skincare, you dey alive. First Class Skincare, I think I'm going to contaminate. I want to terminate my contracts. Enough is enough to be the same green line with this motherfucker. I don't want it anymore. I want to move. And let me you dey see now. Hey!
Okay, so Monica said in very clear terms, I want to terminate my contract. I don't want it anymore. So basically, Monica dropped First Class Skincare in this video. She said it publicly, openly, clearly, in very, very clear, stern terms. Like not putting water in your mouth, not confusing, not beating about the bush, just saying it straightforward. I want to terminate my contract. I don't want it anymore.
First Class Skincare, you have to do something. This is really big problem right now at this junction. You have to do something about it. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you have to do something. Just think about it. Even all your manual of terminate
your contract.
I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Either I move or she move. I don't know how you're going to do it, but I think it's better for her. Please, you guys should build that relationship. Me, I'm not. I'm too busy. I just want to do something. I think that is what I'm going to do, and it's going to be good for me. I need another brown.
Okay, I think this is clear enough. Someone called in and the person said, terminate the contract. And she said, I am going to do it. I think I'm going to do it. I need another brand. I need to move on. Initially, she was like, First Class Skincare would have to choose between her and Lolo. And if she had presented that choice to First Class Skincare, I suspect that First Class would have chosen Monica over Lolo. I suspect that. But then later she changed and she was like, you know what? Let her have it. You guys should build that relationship. Me, I want to move on. I want to move forward. I need another brand. Well, I think now she got another brand, which I might talk briefly. Yes, I think I'm going to talk briefly about it.
Me and you can no longer share the same company. I'm sorry, First Class Skincare. Can't be selling cream for somebody and your own brand go they insult me. Even Rita is always insulting me. First Class Skincare. Have you not noticed it? Or you don't care? You just say your cream. I'm done. If a strategy that they use in selling your cream, they should continue.
Okay, you guys heard that again. I'm done. How else can she dump someone? When a man tells you, I'm done, I don't want anymore. There is no other way. There is no better way. There is no easier way. That's the hardest way to go. And she really said it in very clear terms. Like I said, she dumped First Class Skincare. She ended whatever partnership they had going for them.
He said no. He not friend. We no fit do what he friend did. I said why not? My mother best friend was selling rice like my mother. They travel everywhere together. I said why not? Marketplace, we do friend with our cold tomatoes seller. He not me. He said lie for sure. First Class Skincare, I can no longer be brand ambassador with this motherfucker. I need to move on. Many of your ambassador, I don't like their way. No. I leave it for them.
Okay. So I think that was the final. I think maybe there are still, she said more than that, but I just have, that's the final video I have of her. So where is the lie? Because the rhetoric now is that Monica lied that she was dumped by First Class Skincare. But here we see that it was Monica that dumped them 2 weeks ago. The letter they sent was just a few days ago. Yes, it's not even up to a week, but she already left them, or she already announced that she no longer needed or wanted them 2 weeks ago. So where is the lie? I think the reason they are saying she lied is because when she announced that Lolo had been fired, she didn't tell her viewers, I mean Monica, she didn't tell her viewers that she also got the same letter that Lolo got. That's why people are saying, oh, you lied. You said they fired Lolo, but they also fired you. They fired the both of you. But before we rush into that one, let us listen to how Monica broke the news to people who cared to listen. I think at that point in time, she had over 1,000 people watching her live. And I believe I was one of those people where she broke the news. You know, it's really terrible when people have to hear it from your enemy. Because Lolo didn't tell her fans what had happened. She didn't tell her fans that her contract had been terminated. So it's really, really, really bad that it's your enemy that is going to tell the world that Yawa don't gas. So let's watch the video.
View contracts. They give you sack letter. Can you imagine? Because of your attitude. Imagine, you will be ambassador of products. We're supposed to they protect the image of your products. You almost ruined their business. Before you enter this problem, now free cream you be tell they rob. Now First Class Skincare. Now not First Class Skincare driver. Lawyer paper. Hey.
Okay, so this is the video Monica did in which she told people that Lolo had been sent off. And then Lolo did her own video in response, and the title of the video was Linos, like Monica was lying. So I was thinking, okay, Lolo would come and say, nah, lie yo, they never pursue me. Now lie, they no pursue me with lawyer, but she didn't do that. She actually confirmed that truly they don't pursue me. But not be only me they pursue her also. And I'm like, okay, this is really primary school defense or self-defense. Like, you're in this social media journey on your own. You're running your race as an influencer on your own. You now coming to say they also pursue Monica. Does it make your position better? Does it make the shame and disgrace less for you? She is fighting her own battle and running her race on social media. This is your page. So she didn't really lie against you. She only withheld that part of the information that she also got the same letter, but she didn't lie against you. So that title of Linus didn't really correspond, because I thought she would come and debunk what Monica said and say, oh, it's a lie. They didn't send me away with a letter or with a lawyer's solicitor's letter. They didn't do it. She's lying. But no, there was no lie in what Monica said. There was no lie. She didn't lie. You were sent away via a solicitor, and you confirmed it yourself that it is true, but you try to make it seem a bit better by saying that she was also sent away. Okay. And then while Lolo was yet doing that video, you guys should continue to drop your comments. By the way, drop your comments. I'm going to read comments in a minute. Drop your comments. Continue to respond to everything I'm saying. I'm going to read all the comments at the same time. So if I say something that you feel like you don't agree with, please let me know in the comments. Or if you see something or you hear something that you feel like, this one is true also, or maybe Blessing didn't say everything, also add it in the comments, and please give this video a thumbs up, also share it. Okay, so while Lolo was still live trying to debunk Monica, what Monica said, saying that Monica and Linus, they lie, when will you stop lying, why can't you say the truth? Lolo then posted a picture of the letter that she got from First Class Skincare. And she says, read it for yourself, read for yourself. So let me see if I can read it. This one says, Dear Mercy, we sincerely apologize in letting you know about, wait, it's really small here on my screen, so I'm just going to try. Letting you know about your termination of contract with First Class Organic Skincare that was executed on September 17th, 2021. We immensely appreciate the business relationship we have had with you over the years. Thus, due to, wait, I have to really enlarge it. I can hardly read anything. It's really small here. Let me see if brightening the light. Okay, this helps. Due to the fracas on ground between you and Monica and Bruce, Monica Lobolobo, we have decided to cease our business deal with you both. We have tried the best possible to prevent this, but this is beyond our control at this time. That being said, we will appreciate to also stop calling our company name indirectly or directly on all your social media accounts space. However, if any opportunity arises in the future for us to open another agreement with you, we will willingly succumb to that. Also, just to let you know, we have sent Monica and Bruce Big Man Wife Beauty Clinic her copy. We must confess we are really sad to let you go, Lolo Dagoldenfish TV. Please feel free to call, text that number in case you have any questions, concerns regarding this. Okay, so this is actually a sack letter. This is bad news. And we know that Lolo has been receiving series of bad news lately from all these solicitors here and there, the one from the Netherlands, the one from Monica, spending money. And now this brand deal that she has had for maybe a year thereabout is also prematurely coming to an end. And this is really bad. This is just to put it lightly, is really bad. People are celebrating new brand deals every day. People are happy and also celebrating that their brand deals and brand contracts have been extended, have been prolonged for another year, but you have this situation to deal with that, okay, they are sending you away with a letter from a solicitor. it is really not a good look, to be honest. Okay, so anyway, this video she did was just to tell people that, look, Monica lied because not be only me they pursue both of us because of the fight where we they fight. And I'm like, is this going to be a wake-up call to those people doing saga? Look at what you're losing because of fights that where everybody don't they beg una not to settle low, but make una rest small. Look at where it's leading. I don't know if you guys still remember this video I did some 6-7 months back. Lolo, move on. It was like I almost saw things like this coming. And I also did a video, I think it was the video I did with about Monica and Albert's son. And I said, how can Monica be doing this to a child, knowing fully well that she was a brand ambassador? And I said, because I think she was promoting mix match makeup, something like that, mix max makeup. And she just got that brand deal when she just arrived the UK. And I was like, you are a brand ambassador, you're representing a brand, and you're conducting yourself this way in public over a child. Brands are going to run away from you. They can terminate your contracts. I was saying that then around or surrounding Monica. But if other people had learned from what Blessing was saying to Monica, it might have helped. If maybe Lolo or any other person going through something similar would just, if you guys watch my videos can carry a picture, but try to also apply the things that I say in my video. Try to also apply those things in your own similar situations. Because I said it, when you're doing certain things on social media, you actually can lose opportunities. People are going to be scared. People are going to run off. And that is what just happened. I did this video those months. And of course, a lot of people thought I was just hating. I said it, look, things like this. A lot of people are saying, until person go die for this social media, when I go rest, until marriage go break. I'm not hoping anyone dies. Although losing a brand deal is also really bad, but let's not let it go further than here, because it could get worse if we continue in the same path. These people have fallen out almost 2 years ago, but they will not leave each other on the neck, okay? And this is one of the results you get, okay? And the title of that video is, Lolo, please move on and forget about Monica Lobo Lobo. And that was a reaction video that I did towards Lolo when she also did a video about Monica's green screen. So if you guys remember, when Monica just arrived the UK, when she joined her husband with her kids, her husband created a studio, a mini studio, you know, where you just have this background and everything. Minding her business, doing her thing. What did Lolo do? Lolo created content around it. Look, there is no problem. I always say there is no problem creating content about what you see on social media. But Lolo didn't apply wisdom when she created that content. Because when she created it, she made it obvious to everyone that she was doing that content about Monica. Laughing at Monica and her husband. Waiting 13-year-old boy feed do. Now he na go do. Now 20 euro be this one. So she was directly making that content about them, responding to them, knowing fully well that both of us, we are no longer friends. We are in one place like that. So it was like she was looking for their trouble, because them doing that studio was actually none of Lolo's business at that point in time. I'm just trying to refresh our minds that this whole thing, going back and forth, this is not the first time. It wasn't Lolo's business if Monica did a studio, whether a 5-year-old child can do it, even if you want to do a content around it. If you apply wisdom as someone on social media who has been on social media for like 6 years and you've not learned certain tips and tricks, you can just create a content like, this is how to make a studio. That's all. Just be neutral. Just do a video. Let your son do that video or that studio. And then when people watch, it's people that will use their own head to say, now this same thing, now Monica get. So that means it's more picking feed one. People will then, but your own video will just be neutral. But you doing that video directly, it made people feel like you were jealous. It made people feel like, doesn't this woman have something to do, that she's just responding to what Monica is doing? It makes people feel like, so this woman still they watch Monica. Like, so you're still interested in her. Like, even if I said in that video, even if I want to watch my enemy, I would not even let them know I'm watching. How much more come and start doing an entire video trying to rubbish them, you know? So that was also one of the things I did a video about, that a lot of people thought, oh, Blessing, you are against Lolo. No, I was just responding to what she was doing. And that wasn't, like I said, that wasn't the only video that she did, like, just to bash those people when it wasn't really her business. The most recent one she did was about his job. Whether the man is working or he's not working is really none of your business, to be honest. Yes, you can throw jabs. You guys are enemies. You can, of course, indirectly say something like, all these people or whatsoever, I can't teach you how to do your content. But when you do it directly, you create content, you sit down, you bring proof. Now my husband own be this, now my husband P60 be this, now so it look like they own na fake, the man know they work. If he doesn't work, how does that improve your own position in life? If he doesn't have a job, how does it make you better? That is really not supposed to be anyone's business. Of course, you can laugh at them, like I said, but when it becomes too glaring, too obvious, too, I don't know, it just becomes cringy, kind of. It's just like you just they follow them back to back for yash. So when it really gets too much, like I said, we can throw jabs at people we don't like. We can gossip. We are women. But there is always a limit to things. When you overdo things, things will go wrong. You're going to be even attracting problems upon yourself. And I think that is why many of these awful things are happening with the court cases, with all these other ugly things. Yeah. Okay, let me see where we stopped with the videos. All right, so after that video in which she debunked, and then Monica did her own video, was it yesterday or the day before, where she kind of like announced that she now has a new brand deal. And not only that, she also explained why she also got a copy of that letter. Because I was also confused about that. Like, okay, Monica already terminated her partnership with these people 2 weeks ago. How come they are sending her another letter to still terminate? How can you terminate something that is already terminated? So it really didn't add up to me. Then I watched this video.
Almost 2 weeks now, when she do video again, by picking on me again and lying on me because of what? Because of first class skincare company where we dey secretary for. I say, what? Why you go lie on me? So after we really enter his house, me and she, we no get problem. We are blood. Nobody can cause problem for not even social media business. We called. After I finished the program, we talked for a very long time, and I stood on my ground. Sister, I love you so much. I cannot. Because I want to be doing to her what she is doing to me. But doing it with your business, God will strike me. I cannot do it.
Okay, so, well, let me first say, Monica was looking good in that video with that black dress. She was announcing that she just got this brand deal with Tap Send UK. Let me see. So I actually looked that brand up. I was just kind of like curious, like I know many of you might also be, just to see what kind of brand that is. And it happens to be like all these Western Union people who send money, something similar. And it's quite a legit big company. Their total asset in 2019 amounted up to 6.1 million US dollars. That is what they were worth 2 years ago. So it's really, really a huge one. So it's a legit company. It's really, really a well-established company that is also authorized and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. And what that means is that they can actually have access to your bank details, and you can trust them with your bank details, in essence. Let me try explain that a bit further. You guys know, for example, or let me just say generally, not me. When you have a web shop and people buy things from your web shop, many times or most times you don't see their bank details. They pay through a gateway that is already in existence. So they pay through, for example, Ideal. You guys know Ideal. They pay through PayPal. So they are not paying directly, like you are just seeing. You might see their name, but you won't see like their really private information, like their details, like bank account numbers or credit card numbers or their security codes. You know, credit card numbers have security codes. So you won't see all those things because they are not paying directly to you. They are paying through another company or another gateway. We call them gateway. So PayPal is an example. Ideal is also an example. Stickton Molly, for some of you who shop online a lot, is also an example. So those are trusted companies that are authorized to have access and to be able to receive information about your bank details. So they are really, really safe. Yeah, they are really safe. I have a web shop. If you order something on my web shop, I cannot see your bank details because I am not authorized and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. It really takes a long process to be authorized for you to have details on people's, you know, private and bank informations. But this company, for example, is authorized to do so. So it's really legit. Okay, so she did that video to announce that she is now a brand ambassador. And in also that video, she explained that she called, or rather, she had a telephone conversation with First Class Skincare to really say, look, I've made up my mind. I don't want to do this any longer. And they finalized. And then First Class Skincare went ahead and wrote a letter to both of them. But the question remains, why did they have to write a letter to Monica? Because Monica also explained that she didn't even have a written contract with them. So why would they be terminating her agreement with a written letter? Like, it was verbal. What they had was verbal. She was only marketing their products. She wasn't really a brand ambassador the way Lolo was. It was Lolo that had a real contract with them. So they terminated her contract. So how come they are terminating Monica's contract when Monica didn't even have a contract with them to start with? Yeah.
After we concluded everything, she said, okay, but una know how this person go fit be a problem without una know. She for be a problem to her. Okay, the woman have to do what she got to do to make it. Now lawyer, now you take driver. If you not put that lawyer, una know now. First Class Skincare no sack me, now you they sack. They just put my name, you know hang. You know yourself now. Because if they sack you like that, me sack them. I sack them because of you.
Okay. So from this explanation, looks like First Class Skincare kind of like acted in a diplomatic manner. They didn't just want to be hard against Lolo, like, okay, we are done with you, bye. So they kind of like made it fair for her, at least when she's reading and she's saying that, okay, it's because of the problems I have with Monica and we are letting both of you go, then it wouldn't seem as hard on her as it would have been otherwise. So they were only being diplomatic, according to Monica's explanation. They were only being diplomatic about the way they went about it. That's why they said we are sending both of you, and that's why they included her name. Because if you have to think about it logically, Monica was already done with them 2 weeks ago. So it really didn't make much sense to still be ending a contract with someone who already ended their contract with you. And Monica also said she didn't really have a contract with them. It was only a verbal thingy they had, a verbal agreement. Yeah. So what effect does this have? I just want us to watch a throwback video of Lolo when she was talking about First Class Skincare. I actually wanted to include another video where Lolo was showing all the creams she received from those people, like all these big, she brought out the container. I don't know if you guys remember that video. If you did, just type yes. If you remember that video she did, where she brought out this carton, this box, and she was bringing out all those creams. This one are the shampoo, where they use, see the big container, you know, showing all those things. And now she can no longer do that. Those privileges are now gone because of Saga. Because of Saga. Lolo has been spending a lot of money, or rather going through a lot of stress, because I know it's her fans that are spending all those legal costs. Monica also has been spending money. Look, I don't care what Monica says about, now money go chop, I get the money. Money is still money. I don't care if your money is flowing or whatsoever, as long as you're spending it into something that is not even profiting you directly, it's a waste. And to know that you're wasting it on something as frivolous as saga, when are we going to receive sense? Like, these people are really pushing it really far. And this, like I said, is supposed to be an eye opener. Like, if they continue this way, I hope they don't start to lose bigger things than a brand deal. Thank God it's only a brand deal. There are still so many brands out there. There are still so many opportunities out there. May God not let us lose something we cannot get back. Let's watch an old video.
Thumbs up this video. Let it show that we are going to Canada. I'm excited to see Lolo. Give me a call. Give me a call. Yes, Lolo, we did Gidigba. They wait for you. Hey, oh boy. Oh boy. Hey. Lolo, if I arrive, that is the song I want to. I'm going to go to Canada for real. When school resume now, we get the new school roster. I'm going to know the day I'm going to buy my tickets.
Okay, so in case you guys don't know what this is about, Lolo was announcing on YouTube just recently that she would be going to Canada and that the trip was going to be sponsored by First Class Skincare. Oh my God, what an opportunity just gliding out of your hand because of saga. Like, I'm taking these breaks for us to just reflect. This could have been avoided. This could have been prevented. But you guys pushed it this far. She was so excited to announce that she was going to Canada. I'm sure she has never been to Canada. So this was an opportunity she had to go to Canada. She was going to be sponsored to come there as a brand ambassador. And now she just lost that. Goodbye, Canada. And another reason I'm even showing this is because I remember a video Lolo did. I didn't pull that one up here. I don't have it here. I remember a video Lolo did very recently. I should have actually added it. And in that video, she said, because I think someone said something about she's working at NHS and she's doing this and doing that, she can lose her job. And she was like, no, NHS cannot fire her for what she does in her private life. And you know, when you listen to some things on social media and you just know that, oh, this is another misinformation. Like, a lot of people would listen to this now and think it's true. They would listen to this now and think it's correct. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not correct. A company can fire you with immediate effect because of what you were doing in your private life. They can do so. And I'll also give an example of, oh, how about strippers? They strip in the night and they come to work the next morning. Yes, the company they don't have to fire her. She's doing her job in the night. It's a private life, quite all right. She's doing it, she goes to her job. But when it comes to that place where maybe you start posting your naked pictures and how you're stripping, you start posting it on social media for the world to see, and people now start to tag your company, they can fire you. You're already bringing that company in a negative light. They can fire you because now you are related to that company. You have a partnership with them. You are working for them. You're a representative for them. And you're doing this on social media. Yes, they can fire you. They are not firing you because you're a stripper. You have every right to be a stripper. But they are firing you because of the way you conduct yourself on social media. So yes, you can lose your job as an NHS staff because of what you do in your private life on social media. Companies have their codes of conduct, their, policies inside and outside of the workplace. You as a representative, an employee, you have to conduct yourself in a certain way. If you do things or say things, I know so many people that have lost their jobs because they said something racist on Facebook. Someone commented, someone put a comment on someone's post, on a lady's post, and wrote, "You deserve to be raped." You can lose your job for that comment. Let people just know where you work. Let them tag your company. And then you tell me they can fire you for for encouraging domestic violence. Say something about, oh my God, all these people, they need to be blown up. They need to be killed. They need to be shut down by terrorists. You are losing your job with immediate effect. It's something you didn't say at your place of work. You said it on social media, but it's not a good look for the company that you say you work for. When people start to tag that company, it's over for you, done and over for you. And Lolo was saying, if that company go fire me because of what I do for my private life, I go sue them. Sis, you go sue Tire, because the company is not going to feel the money they are spending. Now you go feel them, and it's not going to be a good case, because a company has their image to protect. They are not going to lose their image because of one employee that doesn't conduct herself properly in public. And you guys remember also what Lolo said on Kate's wedding day, when she said, nah, no see how they do for place like Nigeria, when on their wedding day, now they go send assassin, make it go kill them. Why they do like that? Because now that day it go sweet. Now that day they go feel lamb. That already is encouraging violence, encouraging murder. That alone can let someone lose their job. There are certain things I would see on social media, I would just let it slide by. And the reason I'm bringing it up now is you just lost an endorsement deal because of what you are doing in your private life. You didn't insult first class skincare. You didn't say anything directly negative about them, although you did indirectly, you did. But you lost a deal because of what you were doing in your own free time. So that thing she said on Kate's wedding day, if someone would tag the NHS, look, she didn't say directly that, oh, I go send assassins, but she said she encouraged it. She endorsed that act. She promoted that act. As an influencer, you are saying thumbs up for that. That's why people they do it, because it goes sweet where. It's like saying all those people that did that 9/11 thingy at the Twin Tower in the US. Now they go feel and where because they do it for Twin Tower. They go feel like they sweet where. FBI will be after your bomb. You're losing your job immediately. So you guys should be guided. Be careful. Also, be careful about where you get your counsel, where you get your lectures. What do you feed your minds with? Educate yourselves about these things. Companies are going to sack you with immediate effect because of what you do on social media. Let's be clear on that. And I think I kind of like found a few things to back that up. I'm going to see if this one. Is behavior outside the workplace grounds for termination? Now, this is a long read. The media is flooded with stories of people who were fired for posting inappropriate content on social media. In some situations, employee conduct outside the workplace can be grounds for termination. Generally, there is a fine line that separates an employee's professional life from what he does when leaving the office. Most states recognize that real employment, meaning that companies have the right to terminate a work agreement for any reason. A company's ground could just be, this goes against our policy. It goes against everything we stand for. It goes against, look, we stand against racism. You posted something on Facebook. You were racist on Facebook. You posted something homophobic. We support gays. We believe everyone is equal and should be treated fairly and respectfully. But you posted something that is homophobic. You can lose your job for that because it goes against our policy, our principles. You can lose your job for what you do on social media. You guys should be careful, especially those of you with government jobs. You guys really need to be careful. Can you be fired for conduct outside of work? The short answer is yes, but it's never that simple. So it's not like it's so simple that, oh, your employer, they will just see something small, you just write, they will just fire you. It's not like it's simple, but it can actually happen. You can lose your job. Okay? So let's watch that other old video, the other one that I have.
First class skincare. I'm getting ready to go to Canada, guys. Canada organic fans, where are you? As soon as school resume, I'll have break table leg. Hopefully before the year runs out, I'm going to Canada. Invited by Organic, classic, high class, high tech chicks in sponsor with first class skincare. Baba God, anybody want to cut from this my soap? Die by fire.
Okay, to be honest, I don't think anyone wants to cut from this particular soap at this point in time. I really don't think anyone's sane in their right state of mind will want to cut from this soap. This is a soap of shattered dreams, lost hope, like aspirations being destroyed. You know, like when you have dreams, you're looking forward to something. She's supposed to be in Canada at the end of this year, before the end of this year. And now it's goodbye, Canada. It's like you're seeing it, it's like the promised land, you're seeing it from afar, and you are not touching it because of what you put upon yourself. For me, I don't think anyone did this to Lolo. I think she did it to herself. She losing all these opportunities, she brought it upon herself. We can wanna say we wanna blame Monica about it, we wanna blame anybody, but look, let me just put it this way, yeah, without being too offensive. The only person that can destroy you is yourself. That can easily destroy you is yourself. And after yourself, it's the people around you, the people closest to you. It's difficult for a far enemy to be able to have access to your life, to be able to destroy you. So it's either the people that are closest to you or you yourself. And for me, like I said, I think Lola brought this particular one with first class skincare. I think she brought it upon herself. Because that video she was doing for Aproko, she shouldn't even have mentioned first class. That's where all these things started to come up, that Monica started to respond, and Monica ended her contract, and then those people also ended their contract, you know. So it was just a chain reaction of, but where did it start? It started with that Lolo's videos. You guys also learn from this. If you are representing a company, be mindful of what you do. Your business should just be promote that company. Even if you're fighting with someone, let your contract first end with that company. Then you get into a dirty fight with that person. But as long as you still have a contract, you know that anything can happen. Don't think, oh, they are not watching. Companies don't just have money to waste. They are paying you to do a job, to represent them, to uphold their image, positive image. So even brand ambassadors who go online fighting every day, they are not even a good image for companies, to be honest. You guys can take a cue from Bobrisky. Bobrisky also does saga, but he's wise with the way he does saga. His saga is going to last for 1 day, tops 2 days. The third day, people are rushing him again. Companies are rushing. He does it to chase clout. You have to be wise on social media. You have to apply wisdom. You can fight. It's okay. Sometimes you fight just to attract new followers. Bobrisky would just throw something online and he's trending. He's on #1, trending on Twitter, trending on social media in Nigeria. Companies will start to rush him. His followers count will grow immensely. The next day, he's back to his business. He's promoting. He's announcing, oh, I have a new brand deal, so they just signed me. That's wisdom, not going over the same thing for over a year. Isn't it even tiring? I hope this one really, like I said, I hope this is an eye opener that would make people to just go back and sit down and say, what am I even doing? Waar ben ik mee bezig? That is the idea here. So before I take your comments, you guys, I know we've been here for quite long. So yesterday I put up this post. I said that I was going to come here today to talk about first class skincare. And these women have finally succeeded in dragging that brand into saga. And of course, there were comments under the video. You guys should read. Yeah, so basically, this is what I said already. Yeah. Okay, let me just read it. Blessing, my thoughts on this is that First Class Skincare should have removed her brand from this saga a long time ago. Why wait till now? That's a good question. Why did they wait up until now? So that is also a very mind-tingling question we should ask ourselves. How come they are ending their contract when Monica said she was done? Why didn't they end it 6 months ago? Because you can't tell me they don't know what's going on. They know that these people are fighting. They know fully well 100%. So why didn't they end it 3 months ago? Why didn't they even end it when Monica came with a solicitor's letter? You know, those are events. Those are really grave events for a brand to say, look, I'm out of here. But they didn't. They waited until Monica said, I'm done. That's when they ended their contract. And the question is, even if Monica says or said then that I'm done, what has that got to do with Lolo? Why did they end Lolo's contract? Why didn't they just say, oh, thank you, Monica, you've tried for us. Thank you. It's a pity you're going. We appreciate you. Bye-bye. We wish you good luck. Then continue with Lolo. Why did they end Lolo's contract? Why? So that means it looks like the reason they are just keeping Lolo there is because of Monica. So if Monica is gone, then for them it's like, so what's the need of still having Lolo on board? That's the way it looks. So Nelly Black also says, also Monica denounced that brand a while ago, so obviously she didn't care. Lolo should have been more careful since she was still the brand ambassador. I do agree with that. Happy says, now Lolo they bully Monica face, knowing fully well she's using the product she's brand ambassador to. Monica already said last 2 weeks that Lolo is bullying her for her, that she's no longer interested in their contract. Yes, that's true. 2 weeks ago, Monica already ended whatever they had because, yeah, okay. Kate almost says, don't bother Blessing. It's all publicity for the brand, and we all saw this coming. Okay, that one could be true. It could, yeah. But you know, bad publicity could also be good publicity, but negative publicity, brands don't really want that kind of publicity when it becomes really negative. And like I said, they might have been enjoying the publicity all this while. That's why they didn't take action. They only took action when Monica said she was done, which makes it really dubious, really, really dubious, really. This is not funny because the both of you are missing great opportunities there. The both of you are my sisters. Please let's put an end to all this, okay? Yes. So hopefully they learn. And I really thank God that this is only a brand deal. It's just one brand deal. Hopefully they get many more other opportunities, but let them be careful, like I said before, that they don't lose something they can get back. Let them stop pushing this thing too far. This thing don't enter solicitor hand. Let them just be patient until let's see how everything is going to unfold and what happens if they will go to court. But following each other's yash is not really helping anybody at this point in time. Look at the kind of opportunities they are losing, and they might continue to lose if they continue this way. Because like I said before, that was actually the only brand that Lolo had that she was representing, and now she just lost it, so she's no longer brand ambassador, which kind of like sucks. Okay, how long will you keep telling lies? Okay, that's that video where she debunked what Monica said. Let me see. All right, I think right now is a good time to take comments. My God, they're having a party at my backyard. Okay, let's read comments. You can still go ahead and drop your thoughts, and I will get to it. This is the first comment. Thank you very much. Although there were people already watching before we started, there were people who already commented, and Sule Blessings comments also stood out. I saw that one. A lot of people were already waiting for us to start, and they already dropped their comments, but those comments don't appear here. These are the ones that appear. The ones appearing here that you're seeing here are the ones that appear or were written when I already started the video. So all those ones written beforehand, they will still show, I think, after the video, but I really appreciate all of you. So continue to drop your thoughts and your opinions as I read comments. Thank you, Comfortable Ways. You are the first one to comment. I don't understand this one. Maybe not this one. Okay, let me be honest with you guys. Anyway, let me not just even go into that. it will drag this video. We're already here for an hour and a half. It's going to make it too long. Oh my God. Oh, please, let's not deceive ourselves. Come on now. Are you for real, sis? Come on. You guys are the ones who kind of like, you don't give people correct advice or good counsel to really let them know where they are really missing. In Dutch, we say missing the plank. Don't know how they say that in English. She's not bothered, really? Even if she's not bothered about the contract, you can't tell me she's not bothered about not going to Canada anymore. Please now. Come on. Yes, 100%. You've seen so many cases of that. So don't deceive yourself and say, this is my private life. I can do what I want on social media. Mbano, you'll be fired even before you started that job. Honestly, like, don't play. Let's be careful of what we do on social media. Thank you. Oh my God. I forgot to mention Iyobo TV is part of my membership. I'm sure you guys have seen some of her videos on my Facebook. And I don't know if I should say this, if I'm allowed, but she hit her 1K subscribers on YouTube, and I'm waiting to do that party with her. I told her already. So I'm so happy. She knows I am. I'm so happy for her. She hit 1K. And you guys, if you still want to join my membership, go ahead. Like, if you are my member on YouTube, I don't joke. Like, I'm not playing. We are, how do you say that? How do you say when people are hustling for, for, like, I don't know. There is one word for it. Grind. Yes, we are grinding together. Like, I don't play. So join my membership, and we are going to really work together to really get us both up there, if that makes sense. So I'm really glad for her. You guys go check out her channel. She's really my paddy. So yes, I'm so happy for her. 1K. Looking forward to 10K, by the way. Looking forward. Okay, wetin consign this text now with wetin we dey talk today. We dey talk about brand ambassadorship. Are you guys reading the comments I'm putting up? Are you guys reading the comments? Look, this comment here. Yeah, it's very good to have people around you who are going to tell you the truth. But sometimes, or many times, the people closest to us, I don't know, they find it maybe difficult to really tell us how it is. Like, only a neutral person, like an outsider, can just look from the outside and tell you, sis, you dey fuck up. Like, they'll just tell you. But people close to you, they'll just kind of like, they'll be pacifying you, patronizing you, saying it this way and that way, and then you will argue with them that no, not like this, not like this. You'll argue with them, and they'll say, okay, if not so, so it could be both ways. It could be that they are telling her she's not listening. It could be that they are not really telling her in the hard way that she'll know that, okay. But sometimes you also have to advise yourself. You have to just look at everything happening with you. Am I growing? Is my existence on social media profitable? Is it pushing me forward? Where was I 5 years ago when I started? Where was I 10 years ago when I started? And where am I now? Have I grown? Am I deteriorating? Am I progressing? We need to always do that reality check. Do that check and balance. Let us ask ourselves every now and then, like every 6 months. Like I think it was last week, I sent a screenshot to my husband, like, okay, this and this and this is what I've made in the last 6 months. He was like, we know the cuckoo see the money. Because sometimes you really have to check. You can say, oh, it's because of money. No, because you're putting in time into something. Something has been part of your life for so many years. You have to also take it seriously, take it like a business. If it's not profiting you anymore, don't do it, or change your style. Just know that, okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong. If it has to be one problem or the other, one setback or the other. Of course, we can face challenges. Everyone faces challenges in their social media career. Something happens and it doesn't really go well with us. It happens. But when it's always one negative thing after the other, one bad thing after the other, it's compiling, it's a lot. Then we have to really think about maybe doing something else or doing something differently. And so many people, when you advise them, they think you are just hating on them. They think you are just being an enemy, being a hater, hating them or whatsoever, insulting them. But sometimes you get the real truth from, oh, thank you. I don't know who that is. And Nelly Black, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Thank you. I see you. Thank you. I see another comment. I'm just laughing. That one is from Sandra Clement. Should I put it up so that people will see why I'm laughing? Should I put it? Okay, let me put it up so that you guys can laugh. When I see such comments, I just laugh. Thank you, Joya Semota. I said it in my last video. Sometimes we need people to really sit us down and really advise us. Like, even if people don't advise us, let us advise ourselves. And I think I saw a comment. Okay, it was Nelly Black that wrote something on my Facebook, like, you're trying to prove Odunga to, I think, to social media people. And we social media people, I mean, we presenters, bloggers, we have to be careful that this social media we are doing should not control us. We should be in control of our social media. And that's why I mentioned Bobrisky. You guys know I love him and I hate him, and it's a love-hate relationship we have. But he is a perfect example, an epitome of someone who is using social media. Social media is not using him. And what is happening with Lolo right now is like, Lolo is responding to what is happening on social media. She's okay. So it would happen, and that would be primary, and she would come forward and respond to it. It should be the other way around. You should be controlling what you do on social media. The events that happen on social media should not be controlling your actions on social media. And that is what I see happening with her. She really has to slow down, to be honest. And that is why, like, I'm stopping with this comment that, I said it in that last video, it's from one saga to the other. Sometimes we just have to slow down. Who are we trying to impress? Secret and fake accounts, people that you don't even know how they live. We want to impress them and show them that we are tough. We can also fight. Sometimes many of these people are not even worth it, to be honest. Like a fake account would come and say something like, I don't know, I don't even know an example. And then you want to come and start defending and saying, no, be so. Like, Do you even know the person? Do you know if the person is even worth half of your time to start with? So you should be in control of your social media. It should be a tool for you. You shouldn't be an object for social media. I don't know how to really put it. Like, you should be in control of what you do. You should command your own actions. Command, like, okay, this is what I'm doing. And no one is going to push me around. No one is going to change my direction. So it's really, I know it's difficult. I know it's tough. But at a point in time, we just have to stay focused. It's that focus. Once you have that focus, like, the world is just your limit, because social media, there are so many opportunities, so many things can really go well here if you know how to use it, and if you know how to apply wisdom. It's not where the wind blows you that you follow on social media. You create your own subject, create your own, I don't know, I really, like, maybe I need to write another book. Do we still have more comments? Let me see. I'm still trying to scroll. Blessing any area, I see you. Yes, honestly, I do hope this. I really do hope this. Like I said, there are so many brands out there, but we need to position ourselves as influencers before brands can see us as influencers. Brands are not just going to say, ah, this one get plenty numbers, so plenty followers, so make a sign them. No, they are looking at your character, looking at your personality, looking at who you are. What kind of people are you influencing? How many people are you influencing? How many people can you actually convince to buy our product? Because it wouldn't make sense for me as a company to sign you just because you have 500,000 followers, but you cannot even influence one person to buy my product from you. So what's the need? That means your numbers don't really benefit my company. I would rather go and sign someone with 1,000 followers who can sell 200 products to 200 people. Does that make sense to you guys? So I really do hope so, because another very disturbing thing Lolo said was, after the contribution, when people contributed for her. Anyway, good. I wanted to say congratulations also on that she completed her money to go to the solicitor, so they can now respond to Monica's letter. And then she said in that video, when she was announcing the money was complete, she said that the people who donated went even up to 10. And that was worrisome. I think she was saying it to hype herself that, oh, all those people donated big money. They donated over 1,000 euros. So if you divide 1,000 euros by 10 people, so that means one person donated about 100 euros, which is big money. Yes, that's big money. But to think of the fact that out of 200,000 followers, less than 10 people responded. So you have influence over less than 10 people. We have to really be careful about what we say on social media, because when brands watch, they'll be like, oh my God, so you don't have convincing power over these people. You don't have influence over these people. Are you really an influencer? Before they would sign us. So like I said, you guys, I have all those things I'm saying in that book. My web shop is bnvshop.com. Let me see if I can find a picture here. Yeah, this is my web shop, bnvshop.com. This book, like, if you want to be an influencer, I have so much knowledge there. And if you just want to sign up a 1-hour session with me, like you have questions like, oh my God, how do I go about this? I'm having these struggles with my social media. What can I do? You can just sign up for 1 hour with me. You can also do that on my web shop, bnvshop.com. .com, there is just so much knowledge to derive and gain. Yes, okay, let me see, where were we with the comments? Okay, we were here. Okay, I have some spam. This one a big spam. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to remove them afterwards. Yep. Oh my God, why were people insulting themselves like this? See, as people, they abuse themselves since. I don't even know. So, like I said, I really do hope new doors are open for her. There are so many brands out there, but please let us all position ourselves in such a way that people want to associate with us and work with us and be associated with us, you know. But I really do hope there will be many more open doors for her. Yes. Yeah, I do agree with that. That's just not wise. That is not applying wisdom. Wisdom is essential on social media. It's not only about how you look, it's about what comes out of your mouth, how you present yourself. Looks are good, quite all right, but that's just a percentage of the total package. Wisdom is needed also to survive and succeed on social media. Yes. I appreciate that piece, OC4. I appreciate that. Okay, I think I'm almost done with the comments. So if you still have comments, go ahead and drop them before we come to an end with this video. He said they will not hear what. I hope they hear, because if you don't learn from this one, you will never learn anything in life. Because this one a big, big, big lesson. Like, oh my God. Like, I don't know. This one a real reality check. Is it worth it? That's like, I don't know. Sometimes I just put myself, when I see things happen online, I just imagine, like, if this thing happened to me, how would I take it? What would I do? What would I change about myself? This is a big reality check. Losing that contract, it's a big deal. Oh. You guys saying she doesn't care. It's a big deal. It's not good that a company dumped you or they dropped you because you were not fit to do the job. You were not doing the job well. You were not professional about the way you were doing the job. What are you gaining from the saga you're doing? And this is not to one person. This is to everyone doing saga on social media. Is it increasing you or is it decreasing you? Even your entire social media existence, is it adding to your life or is it draining you? How are you sleeping? How do you go to bed? How do you wake up in the morning with worries in your mind? You just wake up and the first thing you think about is, oh my God, that problem, that thing. And that thing is related to social media, not even something that is happening in your real life. Are you growing financially on social media or you're just wasting time? You're spending 2, 3, 4 hours on live videos. What are you getting out of it? These are the questions we should be asking ourselves. Am I putting in more than I'm getting out of it? Am I spending more than I'm receiving? Is it costing me more? Is it costing me my mental well-being? Is it costing me money? Is it costing my fans money? Is it costing trauma? What am I getting back? Because if you're spending more, if you're investing more than you're getting back on social media, that means you're just hustling backwards. That means you're wasting time on social media. Either you leave or you change your style. And when I say hustling backwards, I mean you're not progressing, you're retrogressing. It's just like when you don't have a job, but you're driving a car. Like the whole time I wasn't working, I gave up my car. I had a private lease car. I told you guys about it. I had to give it up. I'm like, there is no way I'm going to have a car parked in front of my house just for me to call myself a car owner when I already left my job for 21 months. I gave up my car. But there are some people, no, I want to maintain that lifestyle. Wait, I will come tell people when they see me inside train. They are not getting that money they are putting in that car. And it's not like in Africa, when you have a car, you just buy fuel. The day you don't have money for fuel, you abandon the car. Here, whether you drive it or you don't drive it, you are still paying every month. Paying MOT yearly, paying roadway tax monthly, paying insurance, going for servicing. You're spending all that money, but you're not earning money. You don't have an income. But just because you want to maintain that status of a drive car, so that would mean that you're hustling backwards because your saldo, your money is going in the negative. You're not progressing, you're retrogressing. So you guys just remember that term. I don't want to hustle backwards on social media. Just keep it at the back of your mind. It's either I'm going forward, I'm making money, it's increasing. Like sometimes I just look back at my income like 6 months on social media. I look back six months ago. Am I growing? Am I going down? If it's reducing, what have I been doing in the last 3 months that is causing this to happen? Do I need to change my style? Do you understand? So like I said, don't let social media control you. Don't say, oh, I must do it this way. I must do. You can be flexible. You have to be flexible in life. There are some ideas you have, some principles you have that don't work. Just like the principle of, because my friend, they drum, go good, make a drum. Once you learn that this thing doesn't work, you have to change your style and be flexible and know that, okay, this thing, they work. But some people want to just stick to that thing the way they know how to do it. It's not good. You're going to be hurting yourself. So these are just nuggets that I just like to give off. Like, you guys, be in control of social media, not the other way around. Thank you. Okay, this is another example. You they read the comments where it favor you. Yeah, they smell. This is actually me practicing what I'm preaching. That means I'm in control of my social media. This is just a perfect example. Because now I'm preaching, be in control. Don't let what is happening around you, don't let all the noise push you off balance. This is a good example. And this person is confirming that Blessing is only reading the comments that favor her, because I know why I'm seated here. I'm seated here, I have a topic, and I know the kind of comments I'm focused on. So I'm just using this as an example. If not, I would have just passed this comment. So you have to be in control. A lot of people, they have their topic. Someone will just comment something. Immediately, they don't start to do saga. Don't they swear Ogun for the person? That means you don't even know why you're on social media. So thank you for confirming that, that I'm focused. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm saying. Comments are not controlling me. I am controlling the comments that I put up. When I put a comment up, it's because I want to put it up. I choose to put it up because I can make something out of it. So I'm not just going to put it up because, oh, make I fight this person, make I abuse them. No, that means you guys are controlling what I'm doing here, which is not supposed to be so. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Love you back. Love you back. Thank you so much. Oh, you want me to read the comments out? Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I do appreciate you telling me that. I'm going to try to be reading the comments out. Okay. Mm. This one says both of them lose the contract blessing. It depends on how you see it. It depends on how you see it, you know. Some people see A, you know, A, just letter A. They see it as the first letter of the alphabet. Yeah. And some people actually see A as the last letter of the alphabet. It depends on where you start reading. If you start reading from Z, then A would be the last. If you start reading from A, then A would be the first. Do you understand? So I really cannot change your mind to think about who lost what. But if you think in stages and in chronological processes, you'd know that Monica already gave up on that contract 2 weeks ago before that letter was sent. So why didn't they send that letter 6 weeks ago? Why did they send it after Monica already told them, I'm done with you guys? So actually, she didn't lose that contract. Although it was Saga that caused her to make that decision, which is also a loss in a way. Because if it wasn't for Saga, she would still be there doing what she was doing. But you know, it's a good thing when in a relationship you're done with that relationship and you are the one who says, I'm done. That's what happened here. It's not a good thing that a relationship is breaking up, but it's a good thing when you are the one who says, I'm done. And so for Monica, it's not a loss because she already removed it from her mind. I hope that explains it a bit better. Yes, I'm trying to do so now. The comments that I am highlighting are the ones I'm reading out. Please read out the comments. Yes, I'm going to try to do that. Peace Osifo says, blessing, many presenters are not telling the truth anymore. And Nelly Black says, blessing, I appreciate you enlightening and liberating our people with the truth. Keep up the good work. With a super chat to go. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the encouragement. This one says, up, 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 Nelly. This one says, now Monica hold that brand. And this one says, defending and revenge is Lolo's logo. This one says, blessing, the product was a bleaching cream. Yeah, I think that's quite clear by now. Yes, I think most people most people believe it is a bleaching cream. Yeah. But is there still something else you want to add to that? Or did I say it wasn't a bleaching cream? And Iobo TV membership gang says, sis, you have done a great job again, as always. It doesn't matter how us viewers see it, you have done a great job. More grace. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys, you need to go check out her YouTube channel. She just hit 1K. Yay. And Mercy says, blessing, it can be possible for some people to donate that money. In UK, there is money over there. People work hard to help. Lolo. Yes, of course, they donated it. Yes, I didn't say it's not possible. I didn't say people didn't donate. I believe they donated, yes. But she said less than 10 people donated. So I'm like, that's quite serious. If it's only less than 10 people supporting you financially, then it's quite something. And not only that, because we know that this might actually not be the last money she would be needing. If that case ends up in court, that means that she would also need money for a solicitor or lawyer, because then she would probably need a proper lawyer to go represent her in court. She would need more money. So yeah, it's quite serious to know that less than 10 people were interested in bringing out something from their pocket. It's really worrisome. Yes. So question still remains, is it worth it? Do you guys understand? Like, okay, I think we are, okay, this one. Wise advice. Thank you. Divine says, thanks, blessing, for your wise words. Thank you so much. And Nelly Black says, nobody donated to Lolo. She was forced to announce an end to the donation because Monica was doing giveaways while she was begging. Okay, this is another way to see it. Tafia G says, hello, blessing, good evening. Good evening to you too. Hope you're doing all right. Okay, Faith says, why didn't you put Monica and Lolo on your thumbnails? I think you wanted to say, why did you not put, right? Because it's only Lolo I put. So the question is, why didn't I put both of them on my thumbnail? And the reason I didn't put Monica on my thumbnail is that the news that I'm talking about today, the gist of this video, is that Lolo has lost her brand deal with First Class Skincare. Does that make sense? So if I would put Monica on the thumbnail, then I should have done that when she announced, I think on the 9th of September, when she said, I'm done with you. That is when I should have done a video about her to say, Monica dumps First Class Skincare. Then I would have put her. But today, it's Lolo that's been dumped that we are talking about. So I also made reference to the fact that Monica already gave up her partnership 2 weeks ago. So I don't know if that really explains the logic behind it. The thumbnail kind of like relates to the title of the video. Yeah. Because the way that my brain calculated the whole thing, both of them were not dumped. That's the way my brain calculated it. And that's the way my brain formulated the topic of this video. Yes, I hope that explains it. Okay, Pretty says, Lola claims she is not a hungry presenter, yet she begs every now and then. This might actually be food for thought for people who she's begging, or maybe her fans, because every day she would say that people are hungry. But maybe we just need to know what the definition of hungry is. Maybe there are different levels of hunger. Maybe there's something else she means with hungry, because if she always says people are hungry, then that means she's not hungry. So what does hungry mean? Does it mean hungry means you don't have food in your house, or hungry means you don't have money to do things for yourself, or hungry? So what does really hunger mean in her own context? Yeah, so that's why I also said before, let's be careful of what we say as influencers, because when we start putting ourselves high, like this one, they suffer, see as he look, see the hair we carry for head, see the kind makeup we dey in face. People will start looking at us like, okay, And like, we also have those people within our private lives, like people who just feel like, I sit down with Timaya last week. People are not going to help. People are not going to be ready to help such people because they feel like, you're not big boy now. I go club last week. You know how much I blow? I blow 900,000 naira. It's even going to be difficult for you to run to people when you need help, because they'll be looking at you like, you no get problem now. You where you be big boy, where you they blow money anyhow. People will not help you. So we have to really be careful how we raise our shoulders and everything. These things, they are just really lessons for everyone. Yobo TV says, thanks for sharing, more grace. If you guys go to her channel, just tell her I'm here from Blessing. Tell her Blessing sent me. Pretty says, Faith, Monica terminated the contract 2 weeks ago. I'm sure that after watching this video, they can agree with the fact that on the 9th of September, 2 weeks ago, before First Class Skincare wrote their own letter, Monica already dumped them. She said she was done. I'm not doing anymore. So yes, it's just very simple. That's why I said this video is just simple, because unless you just refuse to believe the truth or to see reality, you just refuse, you just choose not to. But even a 2-year-old or 5-year-old would just see that, okay, it's this one that said it first, and the other one later brought a letter. So it's the one that said it first that actually ended the relationship. It's just like a boy tells you, babe, I know they do again, I don't tire, I know they feel you anymore. Then 2 weeks later, the girl now goes back to the bar and says, I know they do again. I don't know if that makes sense. The boy already dumped you, and you are still going to dump someone who already dumped you. It doesn't really make sense, does it? So it's the first one that says, I don't tire, and that one I ain't dump and first. Hmm? Thank you, Tafia Gist. Yobo TV says, true talk, sis. Thank you so much. Kim says, Blessing, please continue this your good job. I will. I really love it. I will. Amazing says, Blessing, Njoh, aka Saga no more on Facebook. Really? I actually love that account, but it's quite funny to link me up with them. Like, no. Divine says, I believe the brand felt humiliated when Monica verbally dumped them on social media. Oh, Taye, thank you. You analyze too good. That's why I love watching you sometimes. Sometimes. Try watch more often, but I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Iyobo TV says, nice one. Love you doing a great job. More grace. Thank you so much. I would like to do a collab with you though, Iyobo TV. I'd like to do a collab with you, like a joint video together. Where we'll just be together doing a topic, if you don't mind. Eh? Kasama says, I like you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, Joy says, this is a very good question. Blessing, but Monica, she did not officially resign, just asking. So Joy wants to know if Monica officially ended the contract, because she said it on Facebook, but did she make it official? From what she later explained, she said she didn't even have an official contract with them. So there was nothing to end officially with them. It was the same way they verbally had an agreement of, okay, you're going to help us promote our market, to go to sell for us. So that's the same way she also verbally ended it. They didn't have a written agreement. It was Lolo they had a written agreement with. It was her they had a contract with, not with Monica, according to how Monica later explained. So I don't think Monica officially wrote a letter to end it, because there was no agreement on paper from her explanation. I hope I explained that one correctly. Yeah, I hope I explained it correctly. Are there more comments? Amazing says Monica go use mouth finish first class skincare if them leave Lolo. So the best thing is just to let both of them go, which I think actually Monica had already started. You guys saw the video I did last time when Monica said on Instagram, say, first class skincare no good for me, e no good for my face, because I know be dey get pimples before, but now when I can't see as it takes spoil my face, e no good for my face. So yeah, I think she already started in that path. Yeah, which I don't know why she would even go down that direction with first class, because the problem wasn't first class in the first place. But I don't also know why first class never intervened. Like, they never gave a warning sign. They saw these things happening. They saw Lolo or Lolo's camp doing those things to Monica's pictures, and they just kind of like stayed out of it. I understand the brand doesn't want to mingle, but you should just end the whole thing when you see that things are not going according to your own, policy or whatsoever. Just end it. Just don't keep quiet and just be watching, be looking at them. God bless you too. Egosa says, God bless you, blessing for the truth. Thank you so much, and God bless you too. Peace also says, blessing, I believe nobody donates. Well, we can't be sure about that. We don't know, to be honest. We don't know. She said they donated, so yeah, we don't know. But Pretty says, but why was the first GoFundMe law put out was only donated £160 after many days? Okay, so I think the reason that happened that way is because people were also donating on PayPal. You guys remember that she also put out her PayPal link, and she said people were donating through PayPal, and there were also people who were donating directly through her bank account. They were putting money into her account, personal account. And GoFundMe was created by a fan. It wasn't even her that created it. It was a fan. So maybe that explains why the money wasn't high on GoFundMe, because people had other channels through which they were donating then. Peace says just 10 people, and you believe that? How do you mean? Do you mean there were more than 10 people, or you mean they were not up to 10 people? Well, the thing is that when people say things, I just kind of like have to go with what they say, unless I see proof to prove them otherwise, or evidence to prove them otherwise. If not, I can't just be saying this one is lying, this one is lying, this one is lying. Then I would be discrediting people on social media. That would be wrong of me. If someone really comes out and say something, I just give them benefits of the doubt and just take their word for it. But if there is evidence that makes me feel like, this one, complete, then I'm going to say, okay. But now I don't really have any evidence that makes me doubt what she said. So I just have to respect it and go with it. Amazing says people were still willing to donate, but she stopped them because the money was complete, as she said, I guess. Okay. Fazilet says, play Monica video again to them. Okay, I'll play the video again, or the clips, the short ones, at the end of the comments. Once I finish reading the comments, I'm going to play them again, just for it to sink in again that she already said she was done weeks ago. It was after she said she was done that first class also said, okay, oh, make we kuku finish the whole thing. Bang, bang. Iobo says, true talk, sis. Thank you so much. For New York, yeah, that's what Kim says. People that have car enter train to work because too much traffic. That is true. That is quite true. Also here, like I work in Amsterdam now, and I just pick the train, even if my husband's car, or let me just say our car, my Oga car and also my car, even if it's at the front of our house, like I go to Amsterdam by train. So yeah, it's a choice. Sometimes it could be a choice, and sometimes it's just convenience. And yeah, so car no be something. Now, person wey no grow up with car, nine car go come dey special with. And I'm saying that because, like, I know some time ago, like I would be going to church here in Europe, and you'd be seeing people, they want to be friends with people who are driving. Then I wasn't driving, I didn't even have a license then, like years ago. I would just notice it, like people see people who drive cars as special, like they drive, or maybe a boy is toasting you just because the boy is driving, he's just so special. I'll be like, una no see car when una they grow up, una papa no get car, so it really shows how you are. If you grew up in poverty, you just easily know people who grew up in poverty, how they, when they just have little something, how they will just carry it on their head and make it like, oh my God, I don't arrive. Because when we brag about cars, we should also remember that there are people who have private jets. Does that make sense? When we brag about, oh, I get 10,000 euros for my account, there are people who actually have 10 million euros in their account. Okay. Thank you so much, Taye. Taye says you're a good analyzer. I appreciate that. We are almost done with the comments. Kim says, blessing now for Europe, they look car like big deal. Oh, we for US, no send car. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Me, I know look car like big deal. Like sometimes I even jump in the bus after so many months. I never enter bus. It kind of day special to me. It kind of day so special to me. I would just be like, oh my God, I'm on an adventure, Like, no. Some people go they shame, make people not see them inside bus. Like, make sense. And with the Europe, like transportation here is so easy, so convenient. No be like maybe Africa now where you go the jump bus, they enter sun, where you go they stressful. Now even people where they Africa supposed to they look like special because but here in Europe, like, hey, the time your bus is coming. It's so convenient. You just go and wait for the bus. It just comes, picks you up, drops you off, and yeah. So for me, now people will never see car before when they grow up. Now then they look car special. For me, I don't know. Joy says, okay, you've just cleared the air. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you for accepting Yobo TV. She says that would be nice and such a great opportunity to do something together. I'm looking forward. Yes, yes, yes. So if you guys want to join my membership, go ahead. Go ahead. We grow together. We grow together. Okay, Amazing says, yes, people donated. I'm one of them that donated. You see, if it's really true though, but I cannot just imagine that nobody donated. Even if anyone tells me, blessing, nobody, I go 60 and somehow, like, I can just imagine that. That's not even one person. Yes, you are welcome. You're welcome. Just send me a message or something. Let's do something together. I'm always very, very willing and open to collabs. Oh, let me read it out. Des says, I have a YouTube channel. I would love to collaborate with you. So let's collaborate. I want to collaborate. Oh yeah, baby, make we collaborate. Wow, Amazing says Lola's got people that genuinely love her though, but we don't want her to saga no more because we love her so much. Oh, this is so sweet. This is so sweet. This is actually very nice. I know they're fans. I said it in my last video. When I think someone commented that their fans are pushing them. And I really said it that I think most of their fans really don't want them to do saga. They just want to love them for what they are doing. The reason they fell in love with them in the beginning, they want them to just continue like that. Many of their fans actually don't want to see them bitter and fighting. To be honest, that's what I think anyway, from comments and everything. That's what I think. Divine says, I guess it's because it's very expensive to maintain a car here in the Western world. It's very expensive to maintain a car. Trust me, if you don't have a job and you have a car, let me not talk. I've already said it, you're hustling backwards. You're just trying to impress. Yes, it's expensive, quite expensive, yes. So for me, only use a car when you really need it. Like if if I have a job here in the neighborhood and I can drive or I can ride a bicycle for 10 minutes, I would rather not have a car. I'll just be going by bike. Because here in the Netherlands, like bicycle is not a shameful thing. It might sound odd to those who are outside here, but bicycle is also a very, very basic and major means of transportation. Every home in the Netherlands has at least 2 bicycles. Every home. In Dutch homes, even every single person in that house, in a basic or average Dutch house, every father would have his own, mother would have his own, each child will have their own bicycle. That's the way it is. Like here in our house, we have I think 3 bicycles. 2 are just parked in our garage, and 1 is the one we just use. Like if I'm going to Amsterdam, I would ride the bicycle from home to the station, and then from the station I'll take the train. So that one is the one. It's actually my husband's bicycle, and it's for men. It's very high and big, but that's the one I use. The 2 we have in the garage, one, the tire is already, we have to pump it, and the other one, there's something with the chain that we have to fix. So every home. So bicycles are not a shameful thing here. So it's like, yeah, it's part of Dutch culture, like riding a bicycle. Taye says, I love going with bus and train because the city is sometimes crowded and no parking space. Yes, that's another problem with big cities. Like in Amsterdam, if you'd have to park your car in the city center, you're spending like €5 per hour. And I work 8.5 hours. Well, at my company, we have a parking lot. You don't pay for parking. But just imagine, okay, I want to go shopping and I'm spending 4 hours. I'll be spending €20 parking my car for 4 hours. You understand? And that €20 would even take me the train and back. So it's really, yeah, you just have to check. But it's really a convenience. It's really like if it's snowing, for example, or raining heavily, then I don't want to jump on the bicycle. Then I'll take the car. So it really depends. Des says, I'll message you after this live. Go ahead. Let's do something. Let's plan something. Taye says, money meant for good cause is now being spent for nonsense saga. That's my point. Money is hard in Europe. Oh. Like I said, I don't care how much you're pulling. As long as you're not picking it on the road, as long as it's not somebody just dashing you, as long as it's you working for it, every euro you work for, blood, sweat, and tears, then that money now be investing it in saga. My husband will just say, bless the entire house. Like seriously. You should be benefiting and profiting. It should be bringing surplus to you, not deducting from you. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Even if you have that too much money, instead of spending it on saga or court case, give it out to your followers. Do a giveaway, dash them money, not saga. Ha. Joy says, my happiest moment will be for the both of them to settle and go their separate ways. That would be an ideal situation. Like everybody just mind your business. We don't have to be friends. We can throw jabs at each other here and there, but let there be boundaries and levels. Otherwise, things will just continue to really get out of hand. So Osa says bicycle riding is a good exercise. Absolutely, it is. Yes, especially when it's nice weather. It is. So, wow, you guys, we've been here for what? Oh my God, 2.5 hours. Damn. Thank God tomorrow is Sunday. So we are just sleeping. All right. Thank you all again for being here. Thank you for all of your questions. I really do appreciate them. I really also hope that you found this video interesting and insightful. And I know that a lot of people were already expecting that I would go in this direction because it's just like a very, very clear case. And I do also hope that a lot of people learn something from it. Let me put up the picture again. Where is it? Like I always say, my videos might be about one person, but my message can be applied to multiple people. So I do hope that many people can really learn from everything that I put out there. And I see a new comment. Oh, good night. Taye says, good night and have a wonderful night rest and happy Sunday. Wish you the same. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you so much to Nelly Black for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. Those gestures kind of like push us going, you know, because many of us, we do this thing out of the passion. But when we get such encouragement, yes, they really mean a lot to us. So thank you so much for that. And yeah, thank you all for those of you who liked the video. Thank you all for those of you who shared the stream and also invited other people. Let me see, I think I'm seeing another comment. Thank you so much, Blessing Eniaro. I appreciate you. Yes, so I am going to try to go live tomorrow. Otherwise, it's going to be Monday. Sometimes I give a break, 1 day break in between. Otherwise, it's too much for me, but I'm going to try to come live. Otherwise, it's going to be Monday. I want to already wish you a blessed week ahead, even if we don't get to talk tomorrow or next. Thank you for being here again. Like I said, if you didn't already, go ahead, give this video a thumbs up before we sign out. Also subscribe if you're just watching and you're not a subscriber on my channel. What are you waiting for? Go ahead and do so. I appreciate you all. If you get to watch this video on Facebook, because sometimes I see my videos surface on Facebook. If you stumble upon this video on Facebook, don't forget to head over to my page. It's Blessing Njoh. Like and follow that page. Thank you all again, and I will catch you all on my next one. Bye.